Hi to everyone, I am Dr. VNS Venkateswarao, working as Associate Professor from the Department of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today I would like to give the topic on the one of the green chemical methods, nothing but green synthesis, phase transfer catalyst method and ultrasound method. So before starting the topic, first of all we see what are the contents involved in today's session. First one, nothing but introduction to the topic, definition of the topic. Next we see introduction. After that we see importance of the topic. Next we see examples and engineering applications of the each and every method. We can explain today's section. So first of all we see phase transfer catalyst method. So basically what is the meaning of the phase? Phase is nothing but a which represents the physical state of the medium. That may be either solid medium, liquid medium or gaseous medium. So in some cases with respect to nature of the medium we can also classify them. Nothing but aqueous medium, non-aqueous medium, inorganic medium or organic medium. So these are the types of the phases. So in the present topic, phase transfer catalyst, that means the catalyst which is useful to migrate the reactants from one phase to another phase. So that is the importance. Generally, what is the need of this catalyst? Because of the like to like rule. What is the like to like rule? Generally, the polar compounds soluble in polar solvents. At the same time, non-polar compounds soluble in non-polar solvents. So this is the like to like rule. So based on the principle, the solubility of the reactants takes place. If the solubility of the reactants takes place, that means they are react with each other. The reaction should be carried out faster. But without using the phase transfer catalyst, the reaction between the different phases is highly impossible. By using this catalyst, the catalyst facilitate migration of the reactants from one phase to another phase. That means the reaction between the different phases are possible. Now we see definition. Phase transfer catalyst is a heterogeneous catalyst which is used to solubilize the salts which are insoluble in organic phase solvent. That means generally the aqueous phase compounds are insoluble in organic phase. But by using phase transfer catalyst, what happens? That aqueous phase solvents also soluble in the organic phase solvents. And this catalyst is nothing but a heterogeneous catalyst. So what is the meaning of hetero? Hetero means different. So that means the reactants and the catalyst are present in different phase. Generally, by taking the reaction, A plus B gives rise to C plus D. So this A plus B nothing but a reactants and C plus D nothing but a products. That means in the presence of a catalyst E, the reaction should be carried forward. That means if the catalyst E is different phase from reactants. That means catalyst E is a different phase from reactants. So that is called as heterogeneous catalyst. Okay, so that means the PTC catalyst can facilitate the migration of the reactants from one phase into another phase, at which time reaction takes place. That means the PTC catalyst which facilitates the migration of the reactants from aqueous phase to non-aqueous phase or non-aqueous phase to aqueous phase. So that is the main definition of a phase transfer catalyst. At the same time, its nature is nothing but heterogeneous catalyst. Now we see by using PTC, one can achieve the faster reactions obtained by with higher yield of the convention of products, make less by products to eliminate the need of expensive and dangerous solvents. Not only rate of the reaction improved by the phase transfer catalyst, even it avoids the dangerous solvents. So PTC is especially need for green chemistry. So it satisfies the goal of green chemistry. Nothing but what is the goal? The formation of a hazardous products as much as should be low in the formation of a chemical process or chemical products. That means, for example, quaternary ammonium salts like benzyl trimethyl ammonium chloride and phosphonium salts like hexadecyl tributyl phosphonium bromide and crown ethers comes under category of this phase transfer catalyst. Now we see model structure of the crown ethers. So one of the crown ether structure So this is the structure for one of the crown ether. So that means now we see how the phase transfer catalyst involved in the model reaction. That means we see RY. So this RY is considered as a organic phase, and the second reactant coming from X minus in aqueous phase. But actually, what is the principle based on like to like rule? In the previous slide, I explained polar compounds soluble in polar solvents and non-polar compounds soluble in non-polar solvents. That means, for example, if you can take as sodium chloride which is dissolved in water, and for example, naphthalene balls which are soluble in petroleum or either. So this is mainly depends upon the like to like rule. But actually the reaction between organic and aqueous phase is normally impossible. But by using phase transfer catalyst, which happens, the reaction between the organic phase and aqueous phase is possible. Now we see the reaction. That means the one of the substance coming out from the aqueous phase which is replaced by the Y from the organic phase. Finally, it gives the RX compound and Y minus is a byproduct. So this is possible if and only if when phase transfer catalyst involved in the reaction. So according to the definition of the catalyst which improves the rate of the reaction, but it cannot involve the product formation. That means it satisfies the definition of a catalyst. Now we see the normal example: aqueous sodium cyanide solution reaction with 1-bromo-octane. So first one is nothing but sodium cyanide reactant, and second reactant is nothing but 1-bromo-octane. So does not readily occur due to poor solubility of the 1-bromo-octane in aqueous phase. 1-bromo-octane in aqueous phase because of the pure solubility. That means, but by the addition of a small amount of hexadecyl tributyl phosphonum bromide. What is this phase transfer catalyst? A rapid reaction occurs to give nonyl nitrate. That means without PTC, there is no possibility of the solubility of the sodium cyanide with 1-bromo-octane. But by using phase transfer catalyst nothing but hexadecyl tributyl phosphonum bromide, the reaction occurs in between 1-bromo-octane with sodium cyanide and gives the product nothing but nonyl nitrate. So now we see the reaction nothing but 1-bromo-octane. That means it contains total how many carbons? 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 1, 8 carbons. That means octane, and one substrate nothing but 1-bromo-octane, and it reacts with the sodium cyanide. That means 1-bromo-octane is nothing but organic phase, and sodium cyanide is nothing but aqueous phase. But actually, the reaction between the organic phase and aqueous phase is highly impossible. But in the presence of PTC, nothing but phase transfer catalyst, the reaction between the 1-bromo-octane and sodium cyanide is possible, and the cyanide will replace the bromine from 1-bromo-octane to give nonyl nitrate. So this is the reaction and advantage of the phase transfer catalyst. That means the phase transfer catalyst facilitates the migration of the reactants from one phase to another phase. Now we see the applications, nothing but application of eco-friendly engineering principles to the design of manufacturing and combusting processes to reduce air pollutant emissions to acceptable levels. So first of all, by using these green chemistry methods in order to reduce the air pollution, and that conditions should be maintained optimum level. And the second one, improving industrial processes to eliminate waste and reduce consumption of the organic solvents. That means if you reduce the usage of the organic solvents, ultimately what happens, the effluent percentage will be reduces from the industries. And new methodology has developed by the engineers that the conversion of lignin into useful chemicals, antioxidants and medical compounds. That means the dangerous compounds like lignin will also converted into a useful compounds. And engineers established chemical production processes which have lead to reduced energy, water consumption, minimized byproducts and even noise reduction. So not only to reduce the air pollution, even it also reduces the noise coming out from the industries. And finally, the engineers provide chemical processes which give adverse array of the valuable products and materials for health care. So that means even though they should take care about the health care of the workers present in the industry. So this is about the green chemistry applications. And next method is nothing but a ultrasound method. So ultrasound, what is the ultrasound? The sound waves having the higher frequency should called as ultrasound waves. What is the frequency? Nearby 20 to 100 kilohertz frequency. The frequency of these radiations called as ultrasound waves. That means sound waves having the high frequencies are known as the ultrasound. And the ultrasound is generated by an instrument having ultrasonic transducer. That means the ultrasonic sounds are produced from the one of the instrument called as ultrasonic transducer. And it is a device and which converts the electrical or mechanical energy. Electrical or mechanical energy can be converted into sound energy. That means the electrical or mechanical energy can be converted into a waves. That is nothing but ultrasonic waves. So commonly used ultrasonic transducer containing quasi material. But in modern ultrasonic equipment, what happens? Ceramic impregnated barium titanate. So, what is the use of this compound which can convert the nearly 95% of the that electrical or mechanical energy into sound waves? That is the importance of the Quasi is replaced by the cerium impregnated barium titanate material. One of the important barium, so which converts the almost 95% of the electrical or mechanical energy into sound energy. And these are worked mainly based on the principle that is nothing but piezoelectric effect. Now we see it is nothing but an equal and reversing charges are applied to opposite faces of the transducer, resulted in generation of the vibrations by expansion and contraction of the transducer, which emit the ultrasonic waves. That means it is a piezoelectric effect which occurs in the ultrasonic transducer, and finally it produces the ultrasonic waves. So, and the waves related chemistry is called as sonochemistry. That means the term sonochemistry is used to describe the effect of the ultrasonic waves on chemical reactivity. That means it explains the sonochemistry by ultrasonic waves, how the chemical reactivity improved in case of the various types of the substance takes place in chemical reactions. That means this depends upon the phenomena of sonic cavitations and acoustic cavitations. That means acoustic is nothing but related to the sound. So, upon irradiation with high intensity sound or ultrasound waves, which are propagated, a series of compressing refraction cycles pass through a liquid medium, results oscillation of the molecules takes place. Under appropriate conditions, the attractive forces of the molecules may be overcome, causing formation of a bubbles. Growth and collapse, which is due to great internal forces in the bubbles. So that means bubble collapse in the liquid produces enormous amount of the energy from the conversion of the kinetic energy of the liquid into heating the contents of the bubble. That means experimental results have shown that these bubbles have the temperature around 5000 Kelvin temperature and the pressure is roughly 1000 atmospheric pressure, and heating, cooling, finally the rates above the 10 power 10 Kelvin per second. So these are the experimental conditions, that means the ultrasonic waves which are involved in the chemical reactivity of the molecules. And now we see the diagram. The bubbles formation takes place in the first one. The bubble size will be gradually increases. Finally, it comes to second shape. That means the expansion will be gradually decreases. And in third position, it will be decomposition by irradiated with the ultrasonic waves. Because of the kinetic energy, it overcomes and gives the ultrasonic waves that will be involved in the formation of a products. That means surrounding liquid increases the static pressure. What happens? Cavitation bubble imploding close to a fixed surface generating and of the surrounding liquid. So the best example for a ultrasound method is nothing but esterification. What is the meaning of the esterification? Formation of a ester. That means this is generally carried out in the presence of acid catalyst like sulfuric acid. That means why you can use sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a strong oxidizing agent and a strong acid. Strong oxidizing agent and a strong acid. But it gives the low yield and it takes the longer time. So that is the main problem in the esterification. But by using the ultrasonic waves, it gives the shorter time for the completion of a reaction and gives the high amount of the yield. Now we see the reaction for the formation of esters. What are the reactants required? First one, nothing but carboxylic acid with alcohol. That means by taking with carboxylic acid general formula RCOH and alcohol nothing but R prime OH. So in the presence of sulfuric acid, what happens? The reaction rate is very slow and it gives the low amount of the yield. But in the presence of the ultrasound waves, what happens? It gives the high amount of the yield within a short time period. So this is the formation of a ester, nothing but esterification. So, what are the advantages of this method? First of all, it can improve the chemical reactivity of the molecules. And it can effectively activate the catalyst by excitation of the atomic and molecular modes of the system. So, it can increase the solid surface area of the system through the cavitation, and it increases the observed rate of the reaction. So that means first one, it improves the chemical reactivity and it can effectively activate the catalyst by excitation of the atomic and molecular modes of the system. And third one, it can increase the solid surface area of the system through the cavitation. It increases the observed rate of the reaction. That means improve the chemical reactivity, then rate of the reaction also improved by this method. Finally, it gives a high amount of the yield within a short time period. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.